As I've gotten older, I've really started to understand the importance of time and the value behind spending it wisely. And when I was younger, I didn't spend my time wisely, and I didn't understand life the way I do now. And because of that, I had this negative mindset on life. I felt like life was meaningless, and I felt like I wasn't in control of my circumstances. So just think about that for a second. If a person thinks that life is meaningless and they're not in control of their circumstances, just think about how their life is going to be. It's going to suck, dude. They're going to feel like they have no sense of direction. They're going to feel unhappy every day, unfulfilled. They're probably not going to have good relationships because they're not going to care to, build those relationships and nurture those relationships. And as I've gotten older, I've really started to understand, just now understand, the importance of time and how quickly it goes. Get what I'm saying? I'm 28, I'll be 29 this year. And I always say this and I always feel this way. I feel like I should have been doing what I'm doing now earlier. And the reason I make these videos and the reason why I am very passionate about this, especially taking charge of your own life. Fitness is the first step to that, obviously, but then owning a business or, just excelling in your career financially, whatever it is, in that regard, that's like the next step, or that could be the first step. Fitness could be the second step. Sometimes people start with one or the other. For me, it was fitness. Sipping that essential water. I'm not sponsored. I shouldn't even be giving them free promo, but anyway, I understood back then that I was going to get older and I was going to have these feelings that I'm having now, but I didn't truly understand what it would feel like. And something that I realized is that once a man can sit with himself and understand that time is passing by and that with each waking moment, it's actually an opportunity to either build or stall the progression of your life. And now, with social media, running my own, company. I have two companies, by the way, guys. I have a coaching company and I also have a clothing company as well. So I run two companies on a daily basis, and my coaching company is further along than my clothing company, but they both take my time. Get what I'm saying? They both take my time, and sometimes I think about how busy, because I'm so busy every single day running both of these companies, social media, clients, making sure, and now I'm bringing on athletes onto No Victim Apparel, onto the team. So they're part of the family now. So it's like the responsibilities are growing. The companies in general are growing, and the stakes are just getting higher. And I think about how crazy my life is now and how busy I am lately and how grateful I am to have this be my thing. I'm a coach and I have a clothing company, and that's what takes up my time. It's my passion, right? My businesses are my passion, or passions, whatever you want to call it. And I'm just so happy and I'm so grateful that I took the chance not even 5 years ago. It's probably maybe 3 years ago. But I was just thinking about a 5-year scenario that I want to talk to you guys about. And this was a huge breakthrough moment for me. Okay, so I was at my last job. For those of you that don't know, I used to spray fertilizer. I used to spray stuff that would make the grass more green and grow and not grow weeds and bug repellent and shit like that. So I'm actually looking at this. There's a field in front of me right now, and we used to spray giant fields like this. We would pull up with and I want to explain this job so you guys understand what I was doing literally fucking 2.5 years ago before I started this business. So it's crazy actually how fast it happened for me. But I was spraying these lawns. I'm doing manual labor. We pull up to these houses, right, with our Ford F-350s with 600-gallon water tanks on the back, and we would spray fertilizer on these lawns, right? And I would do that every single day, sometimes 6 days a week, from 7 in the morning to sometimes 7, 8 at night, right? So long hours, lots of fucking walking, lots of manual labor. We're talking 20, maybe even 30,000 steps a day, lots of walking. So a question I started to ask myself at that job that really truly, like it was like not even like a week later, days later, when I asked myself this question, and I ended up making a big move and leaving this job. But I started to think, like, could I actually afford 5 more years in the current position that I was in, or would it be better to risk it all, risk what I have, and then see where I'll be in the next 5 years? Now keep this in mind. I had a decent job, like it was paying the bills. I was probably making $3,500 a month, maybe, on a good month, if I worked a lot of overtime. I had a studio apartment, had a little Toyota Corolla, and I was fine. I was living alone. Bills were paid. Everything was fine. So in everyone else's eyes around me, the people who held themselves to a lower standard, they were like, yeah, we have it good here, right? So at the company, you're thinking, oh, I have it so good here. Why would I fuck this opportunity up? Why would I reach higher for something else when I'm already being taken care of here? Which really, technically we were being taken care of for that company, right? Like, I don't know, I was making probably $20 an hour. We had benefits and stuff like that. But I knew in my heart that I was meant for something more than that. I knew that I was supposed to be a business owner. I knew that I was supposed to help people. I knew that I was supposed to be on social media. I knew that's what I was supposed to be doing. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. It was a pretty emotional time in my life, because during that time period, I was tested mentally, because I was being pushed to my breaking point. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew every day, I knew that I was wasting time. I knew that I was wasting time. That every day that I spent at that job, every day that I spent not taking the risk on my business, I knew it was only going to be harder when I started. And that was the case. When I finally started my business, I was doing Uber and Lyft. So you guys have to understand, like, don't get it fucked up. Like, when I left my job, I wasn't even trying to really start my coaching business. I was coaching on the side, but I wasn't thinking like, oh, I'll build a massive, multi-6-figure coaching business, almost 7-figure coaching business. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Like, I never even considered that could be possible, right? Because when I left my job, all I wanted to do, I couldn't think. I literally couldn't think, and I was physically, mentally fucking exhausted from that job. And because of that, I could never catch up. I could never just think. I never had free time. I never could fucking just think about what the fuck I wanted to do and have that freedom and have that energy. Like, I was just destroyed every single day. I've said this before, but I was drinking fucking 2-3 Bang energy drinks a day. I was popping like stimulants and shit just to stay awake and just to do this job. And it was unhealthy. It just was. But it was that big question that I asked myself: do I want to spend 5 more fucking years at this job, or do I want to risk the next 5 years and just see what happens? And obviously that turned out to be a very fucking good decision. It turned out to be the best decision that I've ever made for my life, for sure, till this fucking point. It's been the best decision that I've ever made. So, speaking from experience, I can tell you that when you get to a sticking point, because a lot of people will get there, they'll get to a point where you feel so much resistance in your current situation that you literally have to do a complete 180 and turn and go the other way. That may be quitting a job, ending a relationship, moving, any type of big life decision. That is what it means. You have to understand that we as humans, we are spiritual beings. Okay? There's things going on around us that we can't see happening all the time. We're spiritual beings. There's things happening within us that we can't see and touch with our hands. You know what I'm saying? And I truly believe that as humans, when we're out of, I guess you could say, like, alignment for what we're really supposed to be doing, we will actually feel that shit. We'll feel it. I felt physically and mentally drained every single day. I was at a point where I was literally ready to fucking get on my hands and knees and start praying to God to fucking, like, save me from that situation. And it sounds like, oh my God, was it really that bad? It's because of this. It's not because my situation was that bad. It's because of this. It's because I knew that there was something way more for me. So this is actually what happened in my fucking brain. Ready? Once I decided that there was something more for me, once I decided that there was a whole other level that I could get to with my business, life, finances, just every aspect of my life. You get what I'm saying? The level that I was at started to seem way fucking lower. It's every day I started to feel like I was going lower and lower and lower because I finally was exposed to what was possible. Because I was looking on social media, I was seeing people making money. I knew that I was gonna do something working for myself. Uber and Lyft saved my ass, definitely. I quit that fucking job. I was doing Uber and Lyft. Still had my little bit of clients on the side, but then TikTok and Instagram and YouTube, they were kind of just there. I was doing them, but it didn't click in my head. I was just doing it. I was like, well, in order to turn this into a business, like in my head, I'm thinking, oh, it's going to take years and I have to have millions and millions of followers and all this shit and blah, blah, blah. And it was kind of interesting because I didn't have that attachment to my business yet. Like I didn't have an attachment to the numbers or a certain progression in my business. I literally was just creating. So I started to create videos from the heart that were fucking heartfelt and real, whether it was funny, whether it was serious, whether it was whatever. It was just straight, real, and raw, like all my videos, right? Really how I was. And because of that, it was like it clicked in my head. I said, oh, my destiny, right? Like my fate, I'm not realizing what's actually happening because it's not happening in the way that I thought it would. You get what I'm saying? I didn't think that I was going to start growing on social media and that was going to be my thing, and I was going to segue from my 9 to 5 or my fucking 7 to 7 to Lyft and Uber to coaching. I never really thought about that until it clicked. And then I realized, I'm like, dude, you have something here. You need to help other people. You need to fucking take matters into your own fucking hands and build a fucking business. So when I realized that, I realized I was like, holy shit. It was this amazing and also shitty feeling. It was like, I realized that I could take charge of my own life. And in the same at the same moment, I realized all the time I've been wasting. So it was a shitty feeling. But I realized what was out there for me. I realized there was a whole other level. And that big question changed my life. So you got to ask yourself, will you roll the dice? Are you willing to go into a business, whether it's, or just a career advancement or a move or making yourself uncomfortable to get a better physique? Are you willing to risk that uncomfortability, that uncertainty, to see what you could be in the next 6 months, 6 years? Like, because that's really all it takes. Because you don't have to have it figured out. You're not going to have it fucking figured out anyway. And you think I had this coaching shit figured out when I started? Fuck no, I didn't. I knew what I was good at, and I did that. And then the dominoes started to fall. Everything started to fall into place. It was almost like magic. But I wasn't waiting. I wasn't sitting and stalling. I was doing what I was good at. I was applying myself and taking a risk. That's all you have to do. You take a risk, right? You know that, okay, this is all on me. Do you get what I'm saying? But if you apply yourself, if you really fucking give it your all, I know it sounds so cliche, it really does. But if you give it your all, give it your best effort, actually fucking try, you can be successful. Guys, it was a mindset shift that really allowed me to be, profitable in my coaching business. It was a mindset shift that helped me to get a better physique. You get what I'm saying? So these videos and these kind of, I want to take you guys kind of into my mind, and, so I like to tell, stories about my past and just, take you into my life to kind of show you guys, like, this stuff is very practical. You get what I'm saying? Starting a business, starting a fucking a fitness coaching business, I mean, it's very practical. You get what I'm saying? Starting a business in general, it's very practical. Getting in shape, all of these things are they're simple things to do. But none of that will happen if the mindset isn't actually in tune with what the fuck you want to do. Do you get what I'm saying? If the mindset isn't in tune with what you want to do, you're fucked. You get what I'm saying? You'll always feel resistance. So it's time to have that conversation with yourself. To risk it all or keep doing what you're doing and play it safe. Guys, I appreciate you watching this video. I really do. As you know, I am now taking on business clients to help them build their online fitness coaching businesses. I've now had 3 people hit over $10,000 a month, which is amazing. Life-changing money. I'm looking for serious individuals that actually do want to grow their business and do want to grow their brand and make this a lifelong thing, and not, just in it for a few months, but really help other people with their expertise and really change not only their lives financially, but change the lives of others by giving them, the proper habits and the proper mindset and just the proper, system to follow every day so that they can live a better life. Because everyone that's in shape that I've met, so if you're a frequent gym goer, or you're a personal trainer watching this, or someone who's in shape that, you've helped other people on the side get in shape, and you've thought about doing this business, I want you to think about this for a second, because what really clicked within me when I realized what I was actually doing as a coach was I was transferring energy to somebody so that they could feel a certain way about their life and about themselves. And when you think about that on a grand scale, that's so massive. That's really priceless, in my opinion. When you can give someone just kind of like a window to look through and say, hey, this is what's possible for you, and then actually help them, for lack of a better, phrase, climb through the window. You get what I'm saying? It will help them and guide them, through that process. So fitness coaching has been a very fulfilling, extremely fulfilling process for me. And I have my fitness clients, and I still bring in my fitness clients every month. But this new business coaching that I've been doing for the past, it's been like a year now. It's a different level of fulfilling, because I know what it's like to be broke. I know what it's like to struggle to make money online. And it's just amazing to now see, dozens of my elite clients now getting results, making money online. So if you want to work with me to build your business, you can click the link below. You can apply. Other than that, guys, I really appreciate you watching this video. I really hope that you can have that mindset shift and also simultaneously just apply yourself with massive action, because that's truly what's going to get you where you want to go. That's the only thing that got me where the fuck I am now, right? And I'm not even saying I'm where I want to be, right? Always want to reach higher, but this is just the truth, guys. Hope you got something out of this video. Appreciate you watching. No victim.